Hi guys, this is Carolina Varsity's 2015. As of week 9, we're looking at the South Meck 8 conference and the playoffs. I'm Dale Ross.
I'm Matt Morrow, the Pep Man, and we're looking at the standings here in the South Meck 8, and on top with a tie for first place, Charlotte Catholic, 3-0, 6-0 overall, and Providence, 3-0, and 4-3 overall. Tied for second are South Meck, 2-1, 6-1 overall, and Ardrey Kell at 2-1 and 4-3 overall. Tied for third, Olympic at 1-2 and 3-4 overall, and West Meck 1-2, 3-4 overall. And behind them are Philip O'Berry at 0-3 in the conference, 3-4 overall, and Harding, who is 0-3 and 1-6 overall.
Okay, and so looking at where teams are with the playoffs, and we're going to mix in the North Carolina High School football report, but with 6 wins, there are 2 teams, Catholic and South Mecklenburg.
Mm-hmm.
So both of them are in the playoffs solid, and now they're just fighting for good playoff seeding.
Yeah.
And looking at those 2 teams, Catholic, who is undefeated,
Mm-hmm.
they have South Mecklenburg, West Mecklenburg, Ardrey Kell, and Providence. All games they should be favored in to win.
It should be.
So they should finish as the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
South Mecklenburg has Catholic, then they have Olympic, Providence, and Ardrey Kell, and unfortunately for South Mecklenburg, I don't think any of those games are sure wins.
No, not at this point.
Olympic, Providence, and Ardrey Kell, I think, are all toss-ups.
I mean, with the way they got beat by West Meck,
Yep.
you got to question,
Yep.
Are they going to win any more before Wallace gets back? He's out, what, 4 to 6 weeks? Whatever it is.
Yeah, so.
That's a big loss, and we saw it.
Right. Of course, I question why, because I think there's got to be more to that story. But right now, you do have to question if they lose West Mecklenburg, can they win any of these final ball games?
Yeah.
We'll see. The game with Catholic will tell us a lot if they can play that game close. And
right.
at 5 wins, there's no teams in the conference with other teams with 5 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to 4 wins. You got Providence and Ardrey Kell. And Providence has Ardrey Kell, then Harding, South Mecklenburg, and Catholic. So the Providence-Ardrey Kell game, I think that's a toss-up right now with the way Ardrey Kell's playing, and maybe Providence is playing better now.
3-0 in the conference.
Yeah.
I think so.
Providence then has Harding, which should be a win. Then they got South Mecklenburg. That's a rival game. That's a toss-up game. And then they got Catholic. So Providence should be able to pull at least 1 more win out and get to 5 wins and get into playoffs. And they got a good shot at pulling 2 more wins. And then it's a pretty big uphill battle, I think, to beat Catholic. But
right. I think if Providence gets the 5 wins, that means they'll have 4 in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Having 5 wins overall, 4 in the conference, puts you in a good spot
Sure.
to get in, because your wild cards are based off of conference finish. So if you don't finish in the top 3, and Providence should still finish top 3 if they get that 4th conference win.
Yeah, it's and we'll see what the report says here in just a second. Ardrey Kell has Providence toss-up. Philip O'Berry, which I think is still a toss-up, Ardrey Kell should be able to win that ball game, but Philip O'Berry's got ability.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of playing through the tough part of the conference right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see in a minute what they have and what they have to finish up with. Then Ardrey Kell's got to face Catholic and South Mecklenburg. Both rival teams, South Mecklenburg a big rival, and probably both losses, but
that South Meck game.
That South Meck game is closer to a toss-up.
Depending on if Wallace is back by then.
Right. And then at 3 wins. Now these are teams. These next 3 teams are teams that are fighting for their life for playoffs right now. And at 3 wins, you're not going to make it. You got to get yourself to 5 wins. And we're going into week 9. There's 4 weeks left, and some of these teams have 4 games left, so they have their chances. Olympic, they play West Mecklenburg, and that game went from being an Olympic win to a toss-up based on what West did against
Yeah.
South, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Olympic has South Mecklenburg. Really, and I don't know why I didn't change it here. I really think that game is a toss-up. As you see, I had up here for South Mecklenburg.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up. It's not a loss for Olympic. I think that's a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
Harding's a win. And Philippa Berry, I think, is a toss-up. So, as you look at that, there's 3 possible wins for Olympic to still get the 6 wins. They're going to be tough, but and Philippa Berry, they've got Harding this week, which they should win. Then they've got Audrey Kell, West Mecklenburg, and Olympic, all winnable games,
They are.
all losable games.
Yep.
So toss-ups. And West Mecklenburg has Olympic, then they got Catholic, then Philippa Berry, and Harding. So there's 1 win out of there, which would get them to 4. And they need to win their toss-up games, Olympic and Philippa
Big
Berry.
game this week for Olympic and West Meck.
Exactly.
They're playing each other, and we got a name for that game coming up in their video.
That's right, we sure do. So I think let's look at what the report says. So now this is what the football report thinks is going to happen through the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get to playoff time, Charlotte Catholic is the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
South Mecklenburg's the number 2 seed.
Okay.
And Audrey Kell's the number 3 seed. And then Providence, Philippa Berry, and Olympic all make the playoffs.
6 teams in the playoffs.
6 teams make the playoffs.
Wow.
West Mecklenburg's going to miss out, looks like by 1 game, and Harding's going to miss out. Now, the thing about this is the report does not factor in what happened to South Mecklenburg last week, and
Mm-hmm.
so, South Mecklenburg can get back to playing like they have been playing, then they'll finish up there. But if not, then you could be looking at one of these other teams picking off some wins, and it's going to change what happens here.
Right.
All right, so that's what the report thinks. Check it out, and of course, what we think. 4 weeks left in the season. Teams got to start winning some ball games if you want to get in. Thanks.